5 here, Channel 5 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, November 8th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and your 5 o'clock news and on. Stop straight at the 5 o'clock hour on this Tuesday evening here is... Long race ends, voters pick on this election day of 2016. While in Pompano Beach, Florida, 2 paid cars were fired and 2 volunteers were dismissed after a scuffle at a Pompano Beach polling site. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump schedules Monday, with each presidential candidate making multiple stops in various battlegrounds set to make their final pleas to voters on the eve of election day. The cemetery where women's suffrage activists Susan B. Anthony is buried extended his hours to accommodate those wishing to celebrate their vote at her gravesite. Aircraft are positioned on the flight deck of a Russian aircraft carrier Admiral Kizantov, pictured in the English Channel in the route to the Middle Eastern Mediterranean. His sales with voter Trump conspiracy theorists have some out there ideas about Tay. ISIS has abducted nearly 300 people from Tal Afar, a city west of Mosul, as Iraqi forces push to liberate the region from the terror group the United Nations said. So it's true, Prince Harry had a new girlfriend, Meghan Markle, 35 years American star, U.S. legal drama Switzerland and converted Tuesday. And it's aiming that while messaged by Kenton Powell, step was it clearly winning his own voice. Moscow with Moscow with hackers who like emails, alphabet, toss and trolls will flood comment sections, and top diplomats who speak in local room talk Russians has already played a prominent part in the seeming from the U.S. The government's bill against the High Court ruling that MPs must vote on triggering Brexit will heard in the Supreme Court from December 5th. Donald Trump's campaign filed a lawsuit arguing that voting in part are the parts of the Nevada were probably extended during area voting. The clear sign yet that the Republican nominee could be looking to contest the results of the Tuesday's election. Blaine, Minnesota, Alfred is asking the top public self to locate men believed to be responsible for the 21-year-old child and the disappearance of a 5-year-old girl. The fears that say not that actors will be able to alter the vote count, but they will be able to so dominate integrity results. Earbuds with strands in her hair were found to the site where a woman's cell phone was discovered last week after she disappeared during a jog in Northern California, her sister said. So, Britain's Royal Air Force team up with the United States and South Korea in a joint training exercise in November. Caracas, Venezuela. The lives of Venezuelan HIV patients are endangered due to shortages of HIV/AIDS treatment and possible control of health group norms. So, North Korea's State Security Department is wiretapping the homes of the people whose family members are affected. Rio de Janeiro. Brazil's federal government has frozen the bank accounts of Rio de Janeiro state with millions of dollars in unpaid debts. Now, Eric Trapp shared an illegal photo of the ballot on social media Tuesday while voting with his father in New York City. Las Vegas and Nevada judges denied motion by the Donald Trump campaign to preserve and set aside the ballots as part of a lawsuit alleging proper voting hours. North Florida police say a local man allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend and returned her home after being released when the custody warned her not to go to court for a restraining order. Zachary R. Jewett, 22, at 88 Landry Avenue in North Attleboro, denied accusation and pleaded not innocent in Tuesday in Attleboro District Court in related charges. Judge Michael Brennan set a bail $750 cash and ordered Jewett to stay away and not have contact with a woman. He also granted the 20-year-old woman a restraining order. Jewett was arrested at his home soon after the police were called to the women's school street around 11:30 p.m. Monday, according to the police. The woman suffered scratches to her chest and went to the neighbor's apartment to help. She told police Jewett fled that area after the assault. Edinburgh, a controversial payment contractor accused of bilking customers in the area. Communities over the $10,000 that split an incident in front of one of its Edinburgh customers. Plainville, residents made a special town meeting to 712 will be asked to support a $1.5 million purchase in a 103-acre burg property in the west end of town. Edinburgh prosecutors have reduced the rape charges in Edinburgh District Court against the city man who seek a court order to obtain a defendant's DNA. Needham, Massachusetts. TripAdvisor Incorporated on Tuesday reported third quarter profits of $55 million. On a per share basis, the Needham, Massachusetts-based company said it had net income of 37 cents earnings, adjusted stock option expense and amortization cost coming to 53 cents per share. The results did not meet Wall Street expectations. Their average estimate of 12 analysts surveyed by Zacks Investment and Researchers, therefore the earnings of 54 cents per share. Boston, Massachusetts voters were confronted Tuesday with a handful of 20 ballot questions from expanding the number of charter schools to legalizing marijuana as they also helped elect the nation's next president. In our Southeast Asian age is facing the biggest political risk At least one thing investors don't need to worry about: a central bank surprise it. Gallagher drug maker, Milan envy's third quarter results on Wednesday night might look pretty good. Don't be fooled for it. Financially from the upper band, drug price recovery is coming. Nordelli had an ambitious move to crack down on illicit money. Indian and announced Tuesday consistent large currency bills will not longer be found. Starting at midnight, U.S. Finance Minister Michael Nunu on Thursday. On a Wednesday, take a spot over Apple incorporated its record $30 billion Euro tech bill to a European Union court, potentially triggering years of litigation. Yeah, crude oil prices drifted lower in an early Tuesday trading event. Investors fled to safe haven and assets event. U.S. election day marked by OPEC mock defectors. Palo Alto, Tesla announced. All right, looking at some stock down. Up 73.42 points at 8332.74. SPF up 8.4%. 2,139.56 and Nasdaq up 27.32 points at 5,193.49. That's why astronaut Shane Kimball is off the planet at the moment, but he said he'll handle this year's presidential election. Illegal ivory came from dead elephants and it comes to elephants who are killed recently and you try to argue otherwise. You wasted everyone's time. Latest war 195 countries had meeting in the market to discuss how to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions in the United Nations. Climate change conference began on Monday, November 18th. And a new detailed analysis of the global climate between the 2011 and 2015, the hottest 5-year period on record, the United Nations Weather Agency has found an increased visibly number of human footprint in the extreme weather and climate events. An employee at the National Center for Environmental Disease in Winnipeg has potentially been exposed to the Ebola virus. The employee was working on Monday with a lab with pigs that have been infected with a deadly virus and noticed a tear. Around 1 in 6 women eventually diagnosed with breast cancer initially go to the doctor with a symptom of an lump, according to a new study conducted in England. Tens of millions of Americans descended on the polls today as election watchdogs reported hours long lines. Sporadic equipment failures and inclusion about poll place, but few signs so far of violence and individualism. A Florida Trump supporter sprayed a mace at a Clinton supporter who said she got infected and responded to the spray to Madison Grand, police said. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange defended the decision to publish electronic message showing what the Clinton campaign says about itself to itself, saying its anti-secrecy group was not trying to influence the outcome of the election. All right, take a look at New England's alerts. This is a silver alert in South Hadley, Massachusetts for Mr. Joseph Herschel. Is a white, approximately 5'6" tall, and 180 pounds with blue eyes and gray hair. He was operating a gray 2009 Honda Accord Burn, Massachusetts registration plate 118GG8. Anyone who knew or sees him or has information might be helpful located in the search to contact the South Hadley Police Department at 413-538-8231. Peter Childers' time is now 5:08 on this Tuesday evening, and it's time now for a sport report tonight. The Boston Bruins will be squaring off against the Montreal Canadiens. Game time 7:30 p.m. at Montreal. Well, the Seahawks escaped a win over the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Football's biggest story was Richard Sherman being called for roughing kick at the end of the first half, resulting in a war of words. Mark Cuban won't let ESPN writers attend home Maverick games along the season is. Tom Brady's back and better than ever. Peter Childers' time is now 5:08 on this Tuesday evening, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Let's let me imitate where on the subway system it's so on SO2 experienced Model A is a disabled bus on the commuter rail. Greenbush line train 0814 2 p.m. from South Station up in 5:50 minutes being late between East Weymouth and Greenbush Station. Greenbush train 0863 7 p.m. from Greenbush is up in 5:50 minutes being active between Weymouth, London and East Braintree and South Station. Needham train 618 3:55 p.m. Minimize expected to operate 10-20 minutes late between Needham Station and due to an earlier mechanical issue. Providence train 826 48 p.m. Inbound operating 23 minutes being unskipped between Edinburgh and South Station due to Amtrak train traffic. And the ferries they are looking good. Oh wait, take a look at hours and byways are New England on this Tuesday evening here. 95 minutes northbound side is back to Greenwich on in the Bridgeport. And 95 minutes southbound side is back to Stephen at Greenwich. 95 minutes northbound side is back to the West Haven, New Haven. Interstate 84 both ends back to Waterbury. 84 eastbound side is back to Denbury, Connecticut stretch. 84 westbound side is backed up around Hartford, Connecticut. 91 both ends backed up from 291 and running down to Downtown Hartford. And 91 is southbound is back to Downtown Hartford all the way at Interstate 91. 91 on the northbound side, effective 57 to 291 in Springfield. Map packing interchange with Route 20 in Palmer, it's a little slow. 290 on the westbound side is effective from 190 all the way to Route 9 in Worcester. 190 on the northbound side, effective around Route 2 in Fitchburg. Route 2 on the westbound side is effective around Devons. Out in Rhode Island. Route 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 126 in Providence way to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, it is backed up from 37 to Walker area to downtown Providence. 185 westbound side back in the east part of the downtown Providence. 146 on the northbound side, it is backed up from 99 in Lincoln to 146 in North Smithfield. 146. 295 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Route 1 to 95 in downtown Providence. And Jamestown, Newport, and Mountain Home bridges are looking good. 295 on the northbound side, back around downtown from 1 to 95 in Annenberg. Out of the Cape, Route 6 on the westbound side of Samuel Bridge, that's a little slow. Route 20 on the northbound side, a little slow around Borden Watery. 20 southbound side, back around Borden Watery. And Route 44 westbound side, it is back around the middle of the stretch around Route 105. 24 southbound side, it is backed up from Route 106 West Bridge Road. We have to Route 140 out in Taunton. 95 on the southbound side, it is back to 120 again to the Route 295. 24 on the southbound side, back to 120 again to the Route 27 in Brockton. Route 3 on the southbound side, back to the Main Street split all the way at the Route 30 Street in Hingham. Mass back on the westbound side, it is back to the Austin Barrett Trolls all the way at the Framingham. 185 on the southbound side, it is back to from Hudson all the way at the 135 in Auckland. 120 on both ends is backed up from 24 and Randolph and the Braintree split. 120 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Lexington all the way at the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up to Great Plain Avenue, Needham all the way at the Route 90 Mass back out in Weston. Mass back in the eastbound side, it is backed up in the Austin Barrett Trolls all the way at the Savvy Expressway. Mass back on the westbound side, it is backed up from Lower Airport Boston and the South Boston. Savvy Expressway. Northbound side, the southbound side, back from Dorchester and the Braintree splits. 93 boyfriends downtown Boston is backed up from Somerville down to downtown Boston. 93 southbound side is backed up all the way from the Mass back in the Boston line to the Braintree split. 93 on the northbound side, back then to the Zachem Bridge all the way up to Lawrence. 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Route 3 in Burlington all the way after Route 128 in Peabody. 120 southbound side, it is backed up around 63 in Woburn all the way to Route 3. Route 3 on the northbound side, back from 120 in Burlington all the way to Chelmsford here. 495 on both ends is backed up from 133 in Andover all the way to the Lowell. 120 southbound side is back to 97 in Beverly all the way at the Peabody. Route 3 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 293 in Manchester all the way at the Route 3 up in Merrimack. Spalding Turnback on the northbound side is back around a Newton stretch. 95 on the northbound side, also after 202 up in Augusta, Maine. Interstate 8 on the northbound side, back around Burlington, Vermont. Route 87 on the southbound side is backed up after the Canadian border up in Vermont around Route 11. And Interstate 91 on the southbound side is backed up around the Canadian border up in Vermont and Highway 59. Northbound side is backed up around the Canadian border in southern Quebec, headed towards Montreal. Interstate 87 southbound side, also from 7 into the 3 in Albany, and New York State 3, a little so around 890 in Schenectady. Peter Challenger's time is now 5:13 on this Tuesday evening, election evening, and it's time now for a weather report. Tonight, increased skies about 35 degrees left west wind. Wednesday, showers like May after 1 p.m. Most skies got about 59 degrees. Calm wind coming. Northwest on 5 to 7 miles in the morning. Anticipation 6% new percent less than 7 inches possible. For Wednesday night, at chance of showers May before 8 p.m. Cloud skies are going to come in. Park clouds go about 34 degrees. North about 8 miles an hour. Anticipation is 30%. Thursday, sun skies about 53 degrees. North about 6 to 8 miles an hour coming in. Southwest in the afternoon for Thursday night. Most skies go about 39 degrees. Southwest about 8 miles an hour for Thursday. Most Sunday, most skies go about 56, about 30 degrees. But Saturday, most Sunday park clouds go about 44, about 27 degrees. Sunday, most sunny and mostly good sky about 31, about 32 degrees. Monday, most sunny park clouds go about 56, about 36 degrees. And for Tuesday, most sunny sky about 56 degrees. Carrying out near, it is fair skies, and we have a temperature of 52 degrees. Humidity of 76%, and that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, November 8th, 2016. Good evening, goodbye today, 11 o'clock news report. Also, we have complete results on the election, on the presidential election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Also, we have some local results from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and around the region. Hope you have a good evening with a good president. I'll see you Friday evening for election results and 11 o'clock sign off the news report. Also, we have Sports Roundup at 10 o'clock. Hope you have a good evening.